Well, it is the holiday season. We've got giving on our minds, no doubt. But if you're considering adding charitable giving to your list, there are a few things you should think about first. And Marshall Clay with the Welsh Group joins us this morning to talk about what you do need to know before you write that check or send that money. Good to see you this morning.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I think some people are apprehensive sometimes. They want to help and they want to reach out to charities. They're unsure because they've read stories about certain charities. Maybe they have high administration costs, or not all the money goes to the people who benefit.
Yeah, and it's really a shame. We have such a generous community, and I think a lot of times people get paralyzed because they don't know how to give or which charities to give to. So I kind of break it down into three simple steps for folks. I say, look, first, create a list of what your passions are. Don't worry about the charities for a second, but just create a list of the things that you're passionate about, whether it's health, education, military veterans causes, whatever it is. Just create that list and then do some research online and try to align those passions with the charities that's really their mission. Okay, so that's kind of the first step.
And I would tell people, you can go to our WBRC News app, use the search queue. There are stories we've done on that, and also bbb.org also has some information on some websites that'll give you some of that information. All right, but meanwhile, I mean, some people may say, hey, look, I only use the standard deduction for charitable giving anyway, but there is a motivation to maybe go above and beyond that. Talk about that.
Right, so the law changed a couple of years ago, and so they increased the standard deduction to such a high level where a lot more people are filing under that standard deduction. So what I found is that a lot of folks that are giving these cash gifts, they think they're receiving a tax benefit, but the reality is the first several $1,000s of their gifting is offering them no tax benefits. So you have to be a little bit creative about how you're executing your gifting. And so one of the things I recommend clients do is look to see if they have any low basis stock positions in after-tax accounts. If they give the low basis stock positions, they may actually not get a charitable deduction, but they'll at least avoid paying potential capital gains on that particular stock position. So that's number one. The second thing is look to donor advised funds. So donor advised funds offer a unique opportunity to accelerate your gifting. So for example, if you give $2,000 or $3,000 to charity every year, think about accelerating those gifts and maybe giving $12,000 or $15,000 if you're capable. Putting that money into a donor advised fund, you get the entire charitable deduction in 1 year, and then you can execute your gifting over a period of 4 to 5 years.
And you're helping an organization out even more. Real quickly, those 70 and a half years of age or older?
Yeah, so those are qualified charitable distributions. Those come from pre-tax IRAs. So if you're 70 or older, you can give up to $100,000 from your IRA. If you're 72 and above and you're actually under those required minimum distribution requirements, that can actually count against that required minimum distribution. So that's a very efficient way to gift. Certainly there's some timing involved. You got to start now to do that before the end of the year because there is a little bit of a process.
Start to think about that. All right. Well, by the way, we threw up the websites where you can check. Just we throw that up again real quickly. Just we're talking about how you can find out, do some research. There's a couple of good websites: charitynavigator.org and give.org. It'll give you some information on the organizations you're donating to. Marshall, we do appreciate it. Always appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right. We got more ahead here on Good Day.